Are you tired of feeling like your style is missing that final touch? Do you want to make a statement without saying a word? Look no further than Cindy Fragrance. At Cindy Fragrance, we believe that your scent is a reflection of your style and individuality. That's why we offer a wide range of perfume to suit every budget and taste. Whether you prefer top designer brand, niche level or affordable option, we have something for everyone. Because of Cindy Fragrance, we believe that everyone deserves to feel confident and elegant. So, don't wait. Unleash your scent, unleash your style at Cindy Fragrance. And right now, when you buy 3 perfumes, you would get 10% off. Hurry in and experience the world of fragrance at Cindy Fragrance. Call us at 070-6226-7828. Cindy Fragrance. Inhale confidence, exhale elegance. Are you tired of feeling like your style is missing that final touch? Do you want to make a statement without saying a word? Look no further than Cindy Fragrance. At Cindy Fragrance, we believe that your scent is a reflection of your style and individuality. That's why we offer a wide range of perfume to suit every budget and taste. Whether you prefer top designer brand, niche level or affordable option, we have something for everyone. Because of Cindy Fragrance, we believe that everyone deserves to feel confident and elegant. So, don't wait. Unleash your scent, unleash your style at Cindy Fragrance. And right now, when you buy 3 perfumes, you would get 10% off. Hurry in and experience the world of fragrance at Cindy Fragrance. Call us at 070-6226-7828. Cindy Fragrance. Inhale confidence, exhale elegance. Are you tired of feeling like your style is missing that final touch? Do you want to make a statement without saying a word? Look no further than Cindy Fragrance. At Cindy Fragrance, we believe that your scent is a reflection of your style and individuality. That's why we offer a wide range of perfume to suit every budget and taste. Whether you prefer top designer brand, niche level or affordable option, we have something for everyone. Because of Cindy Fragrance, we believe that everyone deserves to feel confident and elegant. So, don't wait. Unleash your scent, unleash your style at Cindy Fragrance. And right now, when you buy 3 perfumes, you would get 10% off. Hurry in and experience the world of fragrance at Cindy Fragrance. Call us at 070-6226-7828. Cindy Fragrance. Inhale confidence, exhale elegance. Do you desire to have like your style is missing that final touch? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. Jam Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab.
Good morning, Nigerians. This is the broadcast of Morning Show from Some TV. You're welcome to this morning show. I'm your uncle, Ira Daniel Kubi. On the state of the nation, since on the 21st of this month, the northern part of Nigeria has been on total blackouts. Parts of Plateau State and all the 19 northern states, apart from Benue and Kogi and some other few states, have been experiencing total blackouts. This has brought to standstill so many commercial activities in the north. Hospitals, businesses, and other vital organization aspects of the society are experiencing challenges as a result of this lack of power. What is the way forward? The government have issued statements, TCN have issued statements, but Nigerians are still asking, why are there reoccurrence of these instances? There were instances in the past where the northeastern part of Nigeria experienced the same thing. It got rectified and it came back again. But this is a call for resilience. Nigerians are known for commitments. Nigerians are known for standing up. When the going gets tough, it is the tough that keeps going. So this is a call for resilience. Let's keep having hopes in our nation. Let's keep having hope in our leadership. Now we're going for a commercial break. When we're back, I'm going to introduce to you our guests. We're going to go headlong into the discussion of newspaper headlines, the national dailies. Please stay tuned.
This opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081 28 54 3150 or 070 63 42 8464 or 080 64 66 0861. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals.
The TARABA State Youth Roundtable Takum chapter is thrilled to invite the public to the inaugural edition of the TARABA State Youth Roundtable Takum chapter. Theme: Unlocking Takum's Potential, Overcoming Challenges for Sustainable Economic Growth and the Positive and Negative Impact of Social Media on Takum Youths. Be a part of the dynamic conversation with 350 youths, community leaders, and key stakeholders for a productive dialogue on sharing of innovative ideas, addressing pressing challenges, and strategizing for sustainable economic growth for Takum 1 and Takum 2 constituencies. Date: 15th November 2024. Time: 9 a.m. prompt. Venue: Patience Event Center, Takum Local Government Area of TARABA State. Your voice matters in contributing to shaping Takum's future and also unlocking our full potential. Let us build a brighter future together. Announcer: Comrade Yerima Sunday Danlami, Coordinator, TARABA Youth Roundtable, Takum Chapter.
Welcome back from the commercial break. At this point in time, I'll introduce to you our guests in the person of Chief Gabriel Olayinka. Gabriel Olayinka is a lecturer with the TARABA State University. He's the CEO and founder of TARABA Business School, TARABA News, and Some TV. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure once again to be in the studio. Thank you for having me.
How is the issue of light in your area?
It's not just my area, it's the whole country. It's really something very pathetic and very worrisome also. Pathetic, a lot of people depend on power to do a lot of things, from the laundryman to our hospitals, to the welder man, to the man that charges a battery for people. And we all know the cost of fuel in our country today, that the cost of fuel is something that is very, very, very alarming. So it's like having double tragedy. You cannot buy fuel, as you will have wants to buy. Hotels depends on light. So virtually everything around our lives depend on light. So, and a good part of the north has been in darkness for about 10 days now. I saw yesterday there was a meeting of the Arewa Consultative Forum, and they are alleging that this issue of power outrage in the north is a grand plan to cripple the north. So you see now that the matter is now beyond just the issue of no lights. It is now becoming a national issue or a national discourse. When things like this began to happen, it means that we need to be more careful, because these are things that can lead to some form of misunderstanding when some part of a country is feeling what is being done is deliberate. So all by and large, I think it's a call to those in authority to quickly do something. And it is also called for we as individuals to begin to look for alternatives. And also as states, the National Electricity Bill has been passed into law, in which the sector has been deregulated. The implication of that is that states on their own can generate, transmit, and distribute electricity now. So what that means is that states need to begin to look, think outside the box. We also have the issue of alternative power, the issue of solar farm is there. So it means that what is happening in this country today call for us to begin to look beyond just how we are seeing things on a straight line. We need to begin to look at what we need to do to be able to solve some of the problem that we're having.
Yeah, that takes us to another aspect of this morning show. We are going into the discussion on the topical issues on the national daily. And it's taking a cue from the discussion you made earlier. One of the headlines on Daily Independence says, FG advised to review policies as massive job loss looms. And you mentioned how the lack of electricity has caused so many challenges in the activities of business, enterprise, and other things. Is there anything that is necessary for the federal government to do in the light of this?
Yeah, there are so many things for federal government to do. You know, electricity is a multi-trillion naira investment, and that's why it's not something that an individual can just jump into it. The headline, what Daily Independent is saying is for the country to generate additional or a sustainable grid. And we need that. We need, because as far as, just look at when Kainji was established. Kainji was established almost before independence. So by now, we are supposed to have other grids that has some interconnectivity within the national grid. For instance, we have been paying lip service to the issue of the Mambila hydroelectrics. That project is a multi-billion-dollar project. That is a project that has been conceived right from the days of Shagari. And as we speak, recently we went to the spots of where the project was supposed to, and I can tell you that I can tell you our experience. We went on bike. You know, the roads to the place is not motorable. There is no single pin at the side. No single pin. No single pin. So it means that we're not serious, and yet billions of naira has been spent on the name of Mambila hydroelectric power supply. So really, I don't know that if by now we are still talking about stable electricity. By now we're supposed, and you know one thing, there can never be a meaningful development without electricity. There can be, because industries will not be able to establish in this country without electricity, because everything today that we try to do is powered by lights. So it is something very important that we need to look at and see how we can find lasting solution to it.
Yeah, you mentioned how these projects have commenced, were initiated since during the regime of former President Shehu Shagari, and it is when you have identified a problem, you've solved the problem halfway, or to a very large extent, you have been able to solve the problem if you are able to identify. Now, Daily Independent is still talking about FG to establish super grid to guarantee stable electricity and discloses why national power grids collapse frequently. Is this discovery necessary at this point in time?
Yeah, you see, one problem we have in this country is the so-called continued discovery. For me, some of these things are actually not new. They are not new for me. If we are talking about national grid keep collapsing, and we keep talking about it without finding a lasting solution to the consistent collapse of the national grid, then what are we talking about? It is not just enough. For instance, I was telling people that this within 1 week we had 4 collapses. Nobody is sacked, nobody is queried, is asked to explain. If we cannot fix the electricity problem of this country, then we are not ready to make progress. One of the major components of national development is stable electricity. If you go to countries we call developed countries, they have passed this level we're talking about. They've passed this level. You understand? So it's something that we must declare a national emergency on. It is a national emergency. The issue of how light has become serious and is not available is already a national shame. So I expect that the president will declare a state of emergency. And you know, when I say state of emergency, I'm not talking about something you just say, mom. Nigerians have ideas. Nigerians have, because if we have privatized our national electricity, this thing, and yet we are in this situation, people are even asking questions. Was it not better we go back to the days of NEPA? Because now we have privatized it, electricity bill has increased, the rate of what we paid as electricity has increased, and yet there's no light. And you know, the implication is that so many things depend on light. Take water, for instance. What is the danger of that? We are endangering ourselves to diseases, because it means that people will now begin to drink whatever water that they see or they found. So the danger of lack of light in our country is the reason for so many problems that we have. So if we can fix power, I'm telling you that we'll have fixed a lot of things. Talk about entrepreneurship. A lot of people, small scale businesses depend on light. Is it the hairdresser? Is it the barber? Yeah. Is it the laundryman? Well, let's not even talk about big businesses. Let's talk about the small and micro businesses. All this depends on light. So what do we do if all this depends on light? It means that we are not really ready for the development we're talking about. Nigeria economy was the first in those days. Now we are around the fourth. And if we continue in this way, we'll continue to go back.
Yeah. Still on that issue, shouldn't federal government give some sort of guarantee? Normally when you buy a product or a service provided, a guarantee should be given. And another aspect of the Daily Independent newspaper is to talk about federal government is considering alternative power source, just like you mentioned, the solar farm and other things. And another issue there is the security operative to guard the facilities and those people trying to restore it. In the light of the reoccurrence of this national grid collapse, is there another aspect that the federal government is not giving due attention to, the security of those facilities, the guarantee they're going to give Nigerians that, okay, this thing we're fixed should last for the next 15 years, for the next 20 years without collapse? Don't you think the federal government should take a look at that perspective?
Yeah, you see, the issue is that most of the times we know, or we believe that when government is the one handling a particular thing, the attention or the seriousness that is needed to be given to it is usually not given. We all know that. We all have seen that in several situations. Now, the problem we are having as a country is the fact that we have not been able to know our problem ourselves. You know, somebody said the problem of Nigeria is Nigerians. We have a lot of sabotage happening in this country. Some of these things, sometimes some people deliberately do some of the things in order to gain advantage or to gain benefits. These are all the things that we need to look at. So if we are serious in fixing the national problem we're having, there are what's to be done. But Nigerians' problem is always Nigerians.
And now we go on to the headline of Nigerian News Direct. There's this headline that talks about judicial panel summon 109 individuals over River Elchi Assam. He's talking about the challenges that was experienced in River State after the inauguration of the elected local government chairmen. And in another part of Nigeria, in Abia State, police interrogate Abia lawmaker over assault on Bolt driver. Now look at the controversy. The lawmaker breaking the law, and judicial panel set up to. So how do you correct this thing? Because you will come to discover that these 109 people invited most likely are people of influence, and like that. At the end of the day, there may be no any headway. Is it this panels, are they actually relevant? Are there need for them to be?
Okay, you've talked about two different issues, and I would like to address them separately because for me they have no correlation.
All right.
Let's talk about the assault on the boat driver. This is a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria who assaulted a boat driver in Abuja. You know, I watched the video, and I was just imagine, you know, even threatening him, saying, "Do you know who I am?" and all that. But good thing is that I love the fact that the authorities have taken a drastic step towards addressing him. I was told that he has been arrested. Yeah. You know, it is time for Nigerians to know that no matter your position, no matter your level, you are not above the law. The idea where we try to take laws into our hands is not the best. How could you be a lawmaker, for God's sake, and threatening let me call it an ordinary boat driver? Which example are you portraying? Which example are you portraying? So I think it's something that's not just for, you know, and we have had this several. You know, when VIPs believe that they cannot follow authority, they cannot follow queue, they are not subject to this. You know, this mindset is a very wrong mindset for our country. So I believe that let allow justice to be done in this matter. Let authorities not look at the lawmaker's positions, his eloquence, and his prestige. Let justice be done. Maybe if we are able to do justice in this issue, maybe it will serve as a deterrent to others to believe that nobody is above the law. Nobody is above the law in this country. So nobody should just go and take the law into his hand because he's a senator, or because he's a House of Rep member, or because he is somebody. There is a need for us to know that authority that is vested on us is vested by the people. And that's why we say power belongs to the people. But the way and manner in which our authority are feeling today, to feel as if they are the one, not the authority, it's not the people per se, then it's a wrong precedent we are setting. Now, coming back to the local government issue, you know, the local government election is actually generating a lot of heat. But you see, for me, the issue in Rivers is even far deeper than the issue of local government. But my worry as a person is whether or not the so-called judicial panel will do justice. Because in this issue, you have two camps. The camp that is loyal to the former governor, which is now the FCT minister. The camp that is loyal to the current governor, which is Fabua. So the other camp will see this, because this panel is being set up by the governor. This other camp will see it like a witch hunt. That's why I say the matter is deeper than just setting of inquiry. Will justice be done? Will the people that are going to be indicted actually the people that disrupt the process? I think for me, the parties in Rivers need to share their sword. The governor needs to be accommodative. He needs to accommodate all parties. As far as the state is concerned now, he's the father. The FTC minister needs to know his boundary. He was a governor. He should allow the current governor to work. The idea where you want to be in Abuja and control what happens in Rivers State is also not good. So both parties need to show their sword. The governor needs to be accommodative. The FCT minister need to know their boundary. What is important is peace and development in Rivers State.
All right. We're going on to the Punch now. The Punch has a major headline talking about no work, no pay. FG invites union as strike grounds university. Now, coming back to Nigerian News Direct, it talk about unpaid salary. Strike will be shifted once we receive payment. That is the senior staff of the university's president. This is statement. Now, which one is more correct now? Because it is like normal for no work, no pay. Now, since they didn't go to work, why should they be paid? Now, the president of the Senior Staff Association of Nigerian University is saying until they are paid, they won't resume work. Is there any balance in this thing?
Okay, maybe we need to put it in perspective that this present administration, when it came to power, agreed to pay.
Okay.
This matter happens during the Buhari-led administration.
Okay.
It was during Buhari administration that the universities went on strike. That is both the academic staff union and the non-academic staff union, including the senior staff union. It was during Buhari that they went on strike. And when that strike happened, the union, all the two unions were not paid. And that kept dragging. There was issues, there were discussion up to the time that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came into power. So it is important to put the matter in perspective that this administration actually inherits this problem. So now there are a lot of arguments. As far as ASU is concerned, even when they were in strike, they are working, because they said the three components of their work is teaching, research, and community development. That during strike, only one that the academic staff are not doing, which is the teaching. Right. That they are still engaged in research and community development. So on that ground, as you said, we need to be paid. Okay. But by and large, I think we need to place the interest of the students above every other interest. Yeah. Since the federal government initially has agreed that it's going to pay, let federal government go ahead and pay, because the implication of what this thing can cost, you understand what I'm saying, is far grievous, or it will be far serious than the money we have refused to pay. In fact, we may have to pay double if we are not careful. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, because sending these children back to back home, it has a consequence on its own if you decide to send this student back home. So what are you going to gain? So for me, what I will advise is that federal government should go ahead and pay these people, and let's save this strike. Because if we go on strike, we are sending the children back home. That itself is a security challenge. Looking at the current hunger and problem we have in this country, it's better you keep these students on campus. If they go on normal break, that is understandable. Everybody will be thinking of when he's going to resume back. But when they go in this one where it is a strike, so for me, since the federal government has initially promised they are going to pay, let them go ahead and pay.
Okay, on to another headline on the Punch. The northern governors oppose Tinubu plan tax reform. In the light of the fact that this tax reform is a national thing, why should a section of the nation oppose it?
You can't say a set of a particular set cannot oppose the tax reform. I happen to be a chartered accountant. I have actually looked at the new tax regime, particularly the what we call the personal income tax, okay. The new table of the personal income tax. When we talk about personal income tax, we're talking about the tax that is paid by individuals. And I can tell you that the rates at which people will begin to pay tax, if the new tax regime come on board, is going to be twice what we are currently paying. So for me, it's like federal government giving you one hand money in one hand, okay, and using the other hand to collect it back. Even though the way the new tax table is programmed in such a way that the low income earners invariably will not be paying tax. There is also some reform about what we call consolidated allowance. Before now, every individual is entitled to 200,000 plus 20% of his earned income as his consolidated allowance. That also has been scrapped in the new tax regime. Rather, people who received lower income, I think up to 80,000, will pay 800,000 per annum, will pay nil tax. Okay. But if you look at that, how many people are within this range? The whole idea, according to the new fiscal policy, was to make those who earn more to pay more, which is a good development. But for me, it is not the right time. We are battling with hunger, we are battling with inflation, we are battling with high cost of transportation, we are battling with high cost of fuel, we are battling with light now. We are battling with water. It is not the right time to reform tax system. Rather, we should be looking at stability. This country is not stable. we should not overheat the issues, because these are the things that sometimes lead to several problems, because we are battling with this, we are battling with this, we are battling with this. We should avoid things that may lead to revolution. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So for me, the federal government need to step down this issue of tax reform for now. I learned that the bill is currently before the National Assembly. I think the National Assembly, in its wisdom, should look at how to step down that issue for now. Let us concentrate on what needs to be done, how to solve some of the national discourse and national problem we are currently facing before we plunge this nation into a more serious crisis.
And on to Daily Trust now. There's this headline on Daily Trust. They talk about bandit kill 4 farmers in Sokoto. Now there is, just like you mentioned earlier, there is insecurity generally in the north, the northeast, the northwest. Though recently North Central has a little bit calmed down. Insecurity everywhere in the north. And it is, to the best of my knowledge, and I think so, that it is the responsibility of the leadership in the north, the governors, the legislators like that, to be able to solve this problem. Now, the Arewa Consultative Forum itself is talking about our leaders have to do more in the headline of the Daily Trust. In your own analysis, so far, have we actually done anything reasonably to combat insecurity and restore sanity to the north?
Yeah, the issue of the problem of banditry in the north is something that is worrisome. And the issue is even that we have different types of things that are happening. What happens in the northwest is purely banditry, because in the northwest, that is where we have a lot of issues of kidnapping for ransom, bandits coming into different places and taking over people, communities, and being ranged. So I believe that something drastic needs to be done. Something serious needs to be done urgently. In the north central, we also have issue of banditry. States like Niger, have its own fair share of banditry. We have farmers and herders crisis in some part of the north central, talking about Benue and Co. In the northwest, particularly in Yobe and Maiduguri, we have this insurgency by Boko Haram. And of course, generally all over the north, issue of kidnapping and this thing is happening. So if we must look at the security situation in this country, it has to be holistic. We need to look at how to address each region, their particular problem, and bring it to the barest minimum. To be fair, we can actually say there is a reduction in generally in the space of banditry, kidnapping, insurgency. We can say that is reduction, because at a point you remember that even the Abuja, the federal capital, was not becoming unsafe. We've had attack close to Abuja, in Kuje. We've had prison breaks and all that. So, but effort needs to be intensified so that it will come back to the barest minimum.
Okay, commercial break. When we come back, we're going to shift our attention to Jalingo and the environment around TARABA State. Please stay tuned.
Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081-2854-3150 or 070-6342-8464 or 080-6466-0861. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Saying a word, look no further than Cindy Fragrance. At Cindy Fragrance, we believe that your scent is a reflection of your style and individuality. That's why we offer a wide range of perfume to suit every budget and taste. Whether you prefer top designer brand, niche level or affordable option, we have something for everyone. Because of Cindy Fragrance, we believe that everyone deserves to feel confident and elegant. So, don't wait. Unleash your scent, unleash your style at Cindy Fragrance. And right now, when you buy 3 perfumes, you would get 10% off. Hurry in and experience the world of fragrance at Cindy Fragrance. Call us at 070-6226-7828. Cindy Fragrance. Inhale confidence, exhale elegance. Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081-2854-3150 or 070-6342-8464 or 080-6466-0861. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Some TV Morning Show, and we have with us this morning Chief Gabriel Olayenka. He's a lecturer with Taraba State University, CEO Taraba Business School, and CEO Taraba News, and CEO and Chief Executive Officer Some TV. We are going now to take a video clip that will lead us into the discussion that is next. Please stay tuned. So you should not have a father, precisely.
On Saturday.
Last Saturday, an event occurred in Lao local government where we received a report that the APC structure in the whole of the local government collapsed the structure and decamped to People's Democratic Party. Ambassador Ima George led all the APC structure to decamp to PDP. What's the way forward for Lao local government in the light of this?
What we are seeing is political tussle that has started playing off. As we know that we are getting close to election, and you should expect that as we get close to election, things like this are bound to happen. What happened on Saturday was, you remember in the last election, Emma George contested for the position of House of Assembly, which actually it is the opinion of the majority of people that he is the one that won that election. That was the belief of so many people. Within the political terrain, of course, you remember that they went to court, and there was front and back about what happened. Initially, the election tribunal sitting in Jalingo gave a judgment in favor of Emma George, and the matter went to Court of Appeal, and of course, at the Court of Appeal, that decision was overturned. So what we are seeing currently is political tussle. Let me say that the APC in Taraba State, since after the election, has gone into, let's say, coma, or has been cold. But I believe that as we approach 2027, we are going to see a comeback. So what happened in Lao was a clear indication that Honorable Ambassador Emma George is actually in control of APC in Lao, because for him to have decamped with, he decamped with all the 10 ward chairmen. That is like decamping the whole local government structure to another party. So that is a clear indication that he controls the APC structure in the local government. That is a plus for the PDP, though, because last election PDP almost lost the local government, because particularly in the House of Assembly, because even with the so-called results, the margin was so low. And when the result was recounted, it was discovered that Emma George has the highest votes. That was the basis in which the election tribunal in Jalingo granted the relief and nullified the election of the PDP candidates. And of course, that was overturned later by the Court of Appeal. So it's a political game we're seeing. I expect that we're going to see more of it as the day goes by. It's a plus to the PDP, but the question is whether that is going to be sustained. There are several issues that the government itself needs to look at so that it can consolidate on that. Part of such problem was the inaugurations of the special advisors that were appointed. There is a need for the government to make haste and make sure the appointment was, should I call it, I don't want to say approved because the name was already out, but it is effected, So it is a plus to the KFAS-led administration. So there is a need to consolidate on that and see what needs to be done so that the effects and the progress that the people of Taraba are looking for can actually be gotten.
Can we now say categorically that there is no APC in Lao? Is it possible for that assertion to be met? And if it is so, can we give credit to the leadership of Governor Bukefas for that?
Yes, we cannot say completely that there is no APC in law. When things like this happen, the what leaders have moved, what you should expect now is a counter move. You should expect that there may be a counter move. What I mean by counter move, of course, Hausa man say, Fad Wamwani, Tash Wamwani. There are people now that will come up and say they are now the APC executives in law. People that will come up and say they are APC executives in law. You will now see new word escorts, but that also is a call for APC that there is a need to be proactive. You understand what I'm saying? There's a need to be proactive. When things like this happen to you, you need to go back to your structure, begin to appoint new executives, new what chairman, and begin to put your house in order. You need to get a serious stakeholder in law that because the impression is now that no APC in law. But as I said, we are going to be seeing new people emerging as APC escorts and executives in the local government. So that we should expect in the coming day. Yeah, in the issue of who to give credit to, yeah, of course, I want to give credit to two people, the governor and also the PDP chairman. If you, yes, that is Bawa. If you know Ima very well, Ima is somebody who is close to Bawa. So you could say that Ima's coming to PDP may have been influenced maybe by the party chairman. So that's a possibility, because I know that there is a level of closeness, and of course Ima is also close to a good number of people within the KEFA's administration. The special advisor to the governor on digital communication and information and digital communication. How did they put it?
Digital communication. Honorable Imabello?
Yeah, is a friend to Ima George and a host of others whom are his political ally. Of course, you can also trace the history of Ima George. Ima actually has also been a PDP a member. He also has closeness with the secretary to the government of the day, and that is the Jibon Katabs. So Ima has actually been a PDP member in the night and APC member in the day. So his decamping did not take a lot of people by surprise. They see it as coming back home. And if I did not forget already, among the list of special advisors, the Imam's name has already been
listed.
So you see what I'm saying. So, but that be it, that actually the coming of Ima to PDP is a plus to the PDP and actually a minus to the APC. So it is time for APC to begin to, because of course part of what PDP want to do in TARABA is to completely nullify opposition, and that's why I see a tactics. Because I see that the KEFAS-led administration carried everybody along. And sometimes you see House of Reps members that are APC in events, senators that are APC in events that are PDP. You understand what I'm saying? So it's now left for APC to see the handwriting on the wall and know what to do.
And at inauguration, mentioning Honorable Abubakar Bawa, at their inauguration, the person in charge of the PDP publicity mentioned how they have plans to collapse. At the end of the day, they look forward to the PDP governorship candidate in the next election to be unopposed. And there is this consideration that Bawa had already said that all the aggrieved PDP members that left are going to be called back home, motivated to come back home. Could it be that it is the realization of those aspirations that is coming to pass with the coming of a stalwart in APC like Ima George coming back home to PDP is kudos to Abubakar Bawa and his team, just like you mentioned?
Yeah, I read the will I call it the speech of um, the new chairman that is talking about Alhaji Abubakar Bawa when he was uh, elected as the chairman. And when he was elected, one of the things that he mentioned was that he's going to make sure that there is no opposition in Taraba. And as we all know, Bawa is somebody who understands the politics of Taraba very well. So many people may not know this, but I can tell you that for me, I'm one of the persons that believe that the choice of Bawa as the PDP chairman was actually a right choice. I have my reasons. Bawa, as you see him, is one of the persons that understand politics that happens in every local government in Taraba State. Bawa can tell you what is happening in Gashaka, which is not his local government, can tell you what is going on in Karim. Remember that Bawa has been the special advisor to Governor Darius on political matters for 8 years. So that itself position Bawa to the understanding of everything that majority of the political happenings in Taraba is. And I could say that the little time he has spent as the chairman, he has been able to prove that he can be able to. Remember also that the Bawa-led chairmanship has set up a reconciliation committee led by the former Senator Zik Sunday. Yes, Zik Sunday. So that also is an indication that we are going to see a lot of coming back into the PDP fold. So if the Bawa-led administration is able to do this effectively, credence the Governor Kefa's administration, and is going to have a positive impact on his re-election, meaning that if all the people that are aggrieved within the party are meant to come back, it means that will cement the party in the state. Remember also that Taraba is the only state in the entire north. That means in the whole of the 19 northern states, that has never been governed by any other party apart from the PDP since 1999. It's the only state. Taraba is the only state in the whole of the 19 northern states. Every other state have had its own share of opposition at one time or the other. Just call any state. I will tell you who has been a PDP governor or an APC governor. It's only in Taraba that no any other party has been able to rule the state right from inception. So what are we saying in essence is that it is going to be a very difficult task for opposition to win Taraba if what is happening currently is allowed to continue to happen. It means the opposition need to come together, because in fact, what particularly I've noticed as a political analyst about Taraba is that the oppositions in Taraba are more divided than even the ruling party. In last election, if the opposition were to have come together as one umbrella, they will have given PDP a run for their money. I'm talking about, because just do a mathematics, put the votes that ANPP got plus the one that APC got, it's already above what PDP got. You understand? So these are factors that the opposition in Taraba need to look at if they want to actually take over government. But as it stands, it is looking like passing through a camel, passing through the eye of a needle.
Now we'll go on to the major headline on Taraba News. We talked about Taraba Akrisa launches 15,000 hectares afforestation campaign. Now, the newly appointed goals of the Taraba Akrisa, Dr. Diwa, is featuring on the cover page. It's talking about how they are going to embark on a massive afforestation in the state. What is your take on this?
Yeah, it's a very welcome development. I must commend the editorial team of Taraba News in today's paper. One thing I want audience to go and read was the reports, particularly on how charcoal has ravaged the Taraba forest. It was a detailed report. That's why I want to commend the editorial team of Taraba News for that. And I must commend the new chairman of Akrisa, that is Dr. Kiwa, for this foresight. In that report, which between yesterday night and this morning that the paper was, I've read that report 3 times myself. And in that report, it explained the damage that we have done to the Taraba forest, the level of cutting of trees that have taken place. And the report even ranged, the first was Kurumi local government, the percentage of how deforestation has happened is there. The level of damage we have done to the environment, and the implication to this. So having looked at that kind of reports, I must commend the Akrisa team to say they want to plant 15 hectares of afforestation campaign, because we all know the negative effect of the climate change. We have seen flooding taking place, even in Taraba. The worst example of such was what happened in Maiduguri, in which the city of Maiduguri itself was submerged, and we know the number of lives that were lost and the damages that it happened. So the effect of climate change are glaring before us, and there is a need to replace these damaged trees. 2 things have damaged trees in Taraba State. Number 1 is the Madril regime. In those days, we went into the forest, we cut the tree, we think we are making the money, and we didn't care about the impact it's going to have on the environment. The worst part of it was that majority of that money that was gotten during the Madrid regime went into the pocket of private individuals. We know how people suddenly became rich in these states, began to build mansion, hotels, and stuff like that. So the worrisome part of the Madrid regime is that 90% of the income that was generated through the damaging of the forest did not even go to government purse. It went into private hands. The second thing that is currently happening was the cutting of tree for the making of charcoal. Yeah, we say there is poverty in the land. Do we mortgage the poverty of today against the health and well-being of our future generation?
Temporary comfort.
We want to enjoy temporary comfort against the future of our children and our grandchildren. It is estimated in that report that it will take another 50 years for the environment to come back to what it was when this havoc took place. I must also commend the General Faransa-led task force. They are doing a good job. I know there has been some campaign of calumny against particularly the stoppage of the charcoal business, but we must not look at the temporary comfort and the money we can get. That was what happened during the Madrid region. We were looking at the money we were making and we forgot about every other thing. We threw caution to the air. We must not repeat that mistake. We must think of alternative approach. I know that the environment is tough. We know all of us are witness to this. We are all facing it, but something needs to be done to protect the environment and to protect the next generation.
And General Faransa said something that is actually draws attention in the report you're discussing. He mentioned how peanuts are given for these worthwhile resources to be taken away and exchanged at the staggering amounts somewhere else as Taraba. So is it correct for us to say now that the government is actually protecting the interests of the peasants in Taraba who are taken advantage of by giving peanuts, and these resources are being collected to be monetized at a higher amount somewhere else? The majority nation are being exported to China and other places and being transformed into commodities that are worth billions of dollars. And in comparison to the money that has been given to people here in Taraba State, Bukumi, and other places in southern Taraba, what is your take on that position of General Faransa?
Yeah, I think I must commend the Faransa-led task force. I had the clips of that World Press Conference that he granted, and I think there he said in Taraba, I think he said a bag of charcoal is 4,500 or thereabout, and he said in Abuja it is being sold for I think 12,000 or thereabout. Can you imagine the margin? So I believe that what he said is something that is worth considering. So do we continue to receive these peanuts at the detriment of the growth and development of our people? So it is something that there is a need to look at, and I felt we need to give them the backing and the support that they need to succeed. We should not look at the temporary gain that we are going to have. We should look at the overall benefits that this thing can give even to the future generation of people. So for me, the campaign should be intensified and we should support what the General Faransa-led task force is doing, to protect the environment.
And on to the issue of sustainable development, there is this headline on Taraba News, Agbokola Local Government Council Boost Lead Security Meeting. The content is talking about how the local government boost convened a meeting of stakeholders in the local government for assurance of peace and sustainable development.
Yeah, I must commend the chairman of Adokola local government. For me, he is one chairman that has been working. You remember that Adokola had its own fair share of security challenges in those days. We had issues of banditries to the point that places like what do you call it? Um, just after Agric, that town, Malum, you know, became um, became a place where hideout for criminals, and even the primary school became a place in which people began to use as what do you call it? Use as refugee camp. So I think it is commendable that the chairman of Adokola has been taking proactive steps to see how to combat insecurity in the place.
Thank you for following us on morning show on Some TV. We are rounding up now, and be sure to follow us tomorrow. Some TV morning show comes up every day from Monday to Saturday at 8 a.m. to 10, like that. So we discuss topical issues that are trending on the national dailies. So be sure to follow us. And at this point, we need to appreciate our guest, Chief Olahinka. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so
really
much.
Appreciate your coming and your insight.
Thank you so much.
I remain your uncle, Ira Daniel. Stay blessed.
Do you desire to have 280 and above in JAM? TARABA Business School TBS is here again with another wonderful offer. JAM Lesson and Computer-Based Test CBT every Mondays to Friday by 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. featuring all JAM courses, computer-based tests, WAEC and NECO tutorials at school located at the number 183 opposite Civil Service Commission, Hamarua Way, Jalingo, Taraba State. What are you waiting for? You and your children deserve the best. So grab this opportunity now. The lesson fee is affordable at the cost of 5,000 Naira per month. Take advantage of this rare opportunity. For more inquiries, contact 081-2854-3150 or 070-6342-8464 or 080-6466-0861. TARABA Business School, creating world-class entrepreneurs and professionals. Are you tired of feeling like your style is missing that final touch? Do you want to make a statement without saying a word? Look no further than Cindy Fragrance. At Cindy Fragrance, we believe that your scent is a reflection of your style and individuality. That's why we offer a wide range of perfume to suit every budget and taste. Whether you prefer top designer brand, niche level or affordable option, we have something for everyone. Because of Cindy Fragrance, we believe that every